Anime, the legendary hero is dead. Continuing to episode 11, Diego now knows that Tuca has successfully infiltrated and Marguerite was just a decoy. Tuca asks Marguerite and Millie to continue diverting the attention of the demons up front. Millie becomes careless and gets hit by a liquid from a demon, causing her outer clothing to corrode. Because of this, the demons decide not to enter and instead chase after Millie. Marguerite is also forced to wear only her underwear to fulfill her role as a distraction. On the other hand, Tuca just found out that Friedrich is Henri's brother. Friedrich appears angry because Henri sided with the heroes, despite the fact that 3 years ago they suffered because of the heroes. Tuca has also heard about the necromancer tragedy 3 years ago. She understands their desire for revenge. However, Tuca cannot accept it if they involve people who have no connection to it. Yuna and the people of Morin should have no part in the necromancer's revenge. In truth, Friedrich also does not want to involve people who have no connection to it. Even his revenge plan is just a pretext to unite his comrades. Friedrich's goal is to target the nobles and all the rulers in the outside world. He wants to control the world and create a peaceful world for the necromancers. Friedrich is willing to do whatever it takes to achieve it. Tuca still can't accept it. Whatever the reasons, no one is willing to let go of the people they care about. However, the necromancers are too familiar with death, so they don't understand human emotions very well. Friedrich also reminds Henri, what's the difference between countless deaths in hell and the death of a single hero? As a necromancer, Friedrich hopes that Henri knows his top priority. And indeed, Henri doesn't shed a single tear when witnessing Cyan's death. Just like when seeing the deaths of many of her kind, her sadness disappears in an instant. However, Henri is still grateful to the hero who saved her. She also wants to keep the promise they made. Friedrich can't comprehend it. If Cyan was so precious, why would Henri want to save the world with the person who killed Cyan? However, Henri doesn't blame Tuca. It was just an accident. Moreover, even though Henri forced Tuca to become a hero, Tuca never complains and always saves her. Friedrich and his promise with Cyan are equally important to Henri. But her brother chose the path of taking lives, while Henri prefers to save them. That's why she embarks on an adventure to save the world. While tensions were still high, suddenly Diego arrived by breaking through the wall. He brought the corpse of the Demon King commander, Vertex, which he had controlled. Diego saw Queen Adele lying there. Then, he controlled Vertex to devour Queen Adele. Initially, Tuca was actually grateful for killing the demon. But Diego revealed that the magic of the Demon King commanders was not just regeneration, they also possessed their own powerful magic. Coincidentally, Vertex had absorption magic. So, the magic that turned Yuna and the people of Morin into demons was still active. Meanwhile, Marguerite and Millie, who were only wearing their underwear, continued to be chased by the demons. Millie had an idea to lead them to the mountains. There should still be traps set by Tuca 3 years ago. Among those demons, it turned out that Fieri the chest fanatic was also chasing after Marguerite and Millie. Fortunately, Shannon intercepted him. Fieri, Shannon, and Dorothy would take care of the demons that entered to pursue Tuca. Tuca and Henri fled from Diego. Tuca wasn't sure if he could defeat the Demon King commander without the Holy Sword. Tuca wanted his Holy Sword returned first. That way, Tuca could fight Diego on equal grounds. Friedrich warned Diego not to be fooled by Tuca's cleverness. However, Tuca said he would have done it from the beginning if Diego had fallen for the trap. Especially since the Holy Sword had already been equipped with a trigger needle for lightning magic. Tuca couldn't accept it because Diego wanted to turn Yuna into a demon. He wouldn't be satisfied until he dueled Diego. Hearing this, Diego ordered Friedrich to return the Holy Sword. Diego shared the same thoughts as Tuca. He wanted to kill the hero in a duel to prove his strength. Tuca requested the duel to take place at the top of the tower. Ethel overheard Tuca and Diego's conversation through a magic radio. It seemed like she had a plan. Ethel used the necromancer's magic crystal to control the defeated demon's corpse. Tuca and Diego were now preparing to start their duel. Diego chose to possess Vertex. He found it more exciting to unleash all of his power. However, Tuca was confident enough because the Holy Sword could neutralize the Demon King commander's regeneration magic. Tuca made the first attack. Diego evaded it and disappeared in an instant. Suddenly, Diego was already behind him, immobilizing Tuca. Diego could read Tuca's movements. After all, Tuca was just an ordinary village resident. However, Tuca didn't feel dejected at all. In fact, everything was going according to plan. Diego stepped on a trap set by Tuca, causing him to fall into the tower. As it turned out, Tuca wasn't going to fight fair. Ethel and the controlled demons were already waiting there. Diego fell right into a pool of water. Then, Ethel and her demons unleashed as much lightning magic as possible on him. Tuca and Ethel were confident that Vertex's regeneration ability wouldn't be able to withstand such an onslaught. Upon realizing that Diego had been trapped, Friedrich now intended to join the fight as well. Before he could finish speaking, suddenly the body of hero Cyan came and kicked Friedrich. Tuca planned to possess Cyan's body to eliminate Diego. At this point, Diego was likely paralyzed, and Tuca believed he could finish him off. However, just to be safe, Tuca drank a drop of soma to unleash a powerful fire magic that enveloped his magic sword. He was confident that Diego was defeated, but Tuca's right hand suddenly got severed. It turned out that Diego was not yet defeated. Tuca was puzzled because the Demon King commander shouldn't be able to regenerate when attacked by the Holy Sword. Diego reminded him again that Vertex had absorption magic. So, Tuca's attack was absorbed, and nothing hit Diego. From the beginning, Diego purposely got hit by Ethel's lightning magic. He just wanted to observe Tuca's plan. Tuca was confused about what to do if Vertex could absorb all magical attacks. Tuca tried to split a pillar of the building to hit Diego, but it was in vain. Only the Holy Sword could kill Vertex. Tuca instructed Ethel to retreat first, but unfortunately, Ethel was intercepted by Friedrich. Tuca regrouped with Henri and asked her how Cyan managed to defeat Vertex in the past. Unfortunately, Henri only met Cyan after he had defeated the Demon King commander, so she didn't know. Unexpectedly, Yuna revealed that she had seen Vertex before. 3 years ago, Cyan defeated Vertex right in this city. During their battle, Cyan split the Holy Sword into multiple branches to make his attacks unpredictable. Coincidentally, Marguerite and Millie reported that they had reached the nearby cliff. Tuca immediately asked for their assistance. Now Diego stood before Tuca. Marguerite shot her magic arrows towards Diego from the top of the cliff. And it turned out to be true that Diego couldn't use Vertex's absorption magic without anticipation. Tuca plunged his sword into the ground, and Diego expected an attack from below, but the Holy Sword actually attacked from behind. Diego was puzzled about how Tuca knew the unprotected part. It should have been out of Tuca's line of sight. It turned out that Tuca knew because Yuna saw it from behind Diego. Thanks to that, Tuca's attacks could continuously hit Diego. However, Diego was not easily defeated. Vertex's body could regenerate even when struck by the Holy Sword. Moreover, that body was a corpse, and Diego could still regenerate it using necromancer magic. Tuca could only defeat him by destroying his head. But the head wouldn't be easy to attack. So, Tuca intended to force him to keep regenerating until he ran out of magical energy. Currently, Millie was heading towards Tuca, while Marguerite remained on the cliff to assist Tuca until Millie arrived. However, there was a woman who intended to stop Marguerite. On the other side, Ethel and Friedrich were still engaged in their own battle. Meanwhile, Tuca and Diego continued to attack and regenerate as undead beings. The protective absorption magic surrounding Vertex's body was now shrinking. Diego became excited because Tuca could corner him like this. Unlike Friedrich, Diego wanted to turn this peaceful world into a realm of death and madness like hell. Diego said that eventually Tuca would understand his way of thinking. Tuca wanted to know Diego's thoughts because all he wanted was to live a carefree life with a beautiful girl with shapely thighs. As Tuca ran in for an attack, he suddenly fell on his own. It seemed to be the side effect of the soma drop. To make matters worse, Diego's subordinate demons had also arrived at the scene. Tuca still had one soma drop left. Whether he liked it or not, Tuca had to drink it in order to defeat Diego. However, Yuna objected and was worried that the side effects would worsen. Last night, Tuca drank one bottle to possess Yuna's body. Since then, Tuca had consumed 4 bottles. No one knew what would happen if Tuca drank another bottle. But that was the only way they could win. Finally, Tuca drank that last bottle. He recovered in an instant. However, just as he stood up, Tuca immediately fainted. From the top of a high rock, Belarco witnessed the battle. He offered his help to Tuca, but his voice couldn't be heard from up there. Henri was confused about what to do. If she used necromancer magic with Tuca's body in that condition, his soul would surely be destroyed. There was not much time left. The best course of action for now was for Henri to possess Cyan's body and fight Diego. However, Henri couldn't bring herself to do it. Tuca was still alive at the moment. Henri intended to buy time with her own power until Tuca regained consciousness. Suddenly, someone appeared from the sky. It was Kyle. Kyle's plan for revenge would fail if Tuca remained unconscious. So, he wanted to defeat Diego. By doing so, there would only be 15 minutes left before the townspeople and Yuna turned into demons. This is the end of episode 11. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss part 12 of the series recap.